Hi there, I'm Lo Myrick, and today I want to talk to you about authenticity. That word is often thrown around, it's become a buzzword in our society, but what does it actually mean? To me, authenticity is who you are on the inside, the same as you present to others on the outside. And then if we're going to even take that a step further, have you been able to unlearn some of your conditioning and limiting beliefs in order to be the person you truly are, not the person that has been shaped by society, family and friends, or your environment? To understand this concept further, I think it's important that we look at how our personalities develop. So I believe that our personalities develop mostly three ways. The first being through what we experience and see in our environment as we're growing up, specifically from ages 0 to 7, but also through the rest of our teenage and early adult years. So our personalities are things that we see and we start to mimic during that time. So they're learned behaviors and learned traits. The second way is through defense mechanisms, maybe because of the environments we're in or different experiences that we've had, we develop these defense mechanisms that protect us to get us through those hard times. While many of these defense mechanisms are developed unconsciously in our brain's attempt to protect us, we often keep them longer than they serve us. So if we don't, as adults, consciously unlearn these behaviors, these defense mechanisms can actually hurt us. They can actually insulate us from forming deeper connections, from having healthy relationships because of the experiences from our past. The third way that personalities can develop, I believe, is a bit of our soul, right? That special thing that makes us unique. However, because the first two ways are so strong and powerful, often that third way, that our true self, gets quieted, gets pushed down. When we're a kid and we have an interest in art or music, but we're told we can't make a living that way. That's just one way our personalities can be quieted, dimmed, or dulled altogether. The other interesting thing related to personality development is research that's available about our subconscious thoughts and beliefs. We now know that on average, we have 70% negative and disempowering thoughts and beliefs. So that means we're going throughout our days with these negative thought patterns in our head or speaking about ourselves in a negative way. Maybe you've heard of the term negative self-talk. That's where this comes from. These negative thought patterns have developed across society. So it's not just your specific environment. However, some environments can breed even more negative and harmful and disempowering thoughts than others. The most important thing here is to have awareness that these thought patterns and beliefs and our personalities are all created from what we know. And the great thing is that we can unlearn them and program ourselves with different beliefs and habits and behaviors, and we can allow our personalities to develop in the ways that we weren't able to when we were kids. So now when we discuss the topic of authenticity, it becomes an understanding of who we truly are and who we want to be. It's knowing that we are not stuck. We do not have to be the same as we have been for the past 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and that we can change who we are. We can discover more about who we are. So now I'd like you to just take a minute and reflect. If you were to give yourself an authenticity score from 0 to 10, 10 being the most authentic you and 0 being not authentic at all, how authentic do you feel? Know that there's no wrong answer here. My goal is to create awareness in you, and so that you can decide, okay, what is it? What behaviors and thought patterns do I want to stop doing? What do I want to replace them with? Where do I want to go? What type of person do I want to be? Asking yourself these questions is incredibly powerful and will also lead you to be more in alignment with who you are and live a more fulfilling life. To me, we can't truly be fulfilled if we don't know who we authentically are. If we're chasing after other people's goals or using their definitions of success, we're always going to feel like we aren't enough, or like we're constantly chasing. We're never able to be happy with who we are and what we have now. I'd like to leave you with 4 tips for becoming more authentic and curating more of your authentic self. Number 1, be curious. Ask yourself, what do I like? What do I dislike? Notice as you go throughout your day, or you go to different events or have different experiences, how did that make me feel? Did I enjoy that? Did I not enjoy that? Was it because I was tired? Was it because the environment there? Get really curious about what's going on in your everyday environment, at work, personal, friends, family, all of it. Get curious. Number 2, start saying no more. Say no to the things that you notice that don't feel right. If you feel in your gut, I really don't want to do that, or that doesn't feel aligned with me, notice that and start making decisions based on that. Now, be very careful, because there's some times where we don't want to do things because they might feel uncomfortable or new or unknown to us. That's very different than this does not feel in alignment with me. And the only way you're going to figure out the difference between that is by trying it. So that's why my 3rd thing is try new things. Put yourself in uncomfortable situations and see how it goes. See what happens. If we really are remaining curious, we have to try new stuff. If we're always in the same patterns all the time, we're going to end up getting stuck there, even if those are healthy habits and patterns for us to be in. Number 4, don't be afraid to be your true self. When you show up as your true self, the right people are going to be attracted to you. You are going to have a tribe that truly appreciates and celebrates you for who you are. I know it can feel scary to try some new things, but there is so much more on the other side of this, so much more fulfillment, so much more joy waiting for you. Especially if you felt like something is missing from your life, it's you becoming the authentic version of yourself. I hope you enjoyed this mini talk on authenticity. If you're interested in learning more, connect with me on Instagram at It's Lo Myrick, or my website, lomyrick.com, or on LinkedIn or your favorite social network. I'm so excited for you to embark and go deeper on this journey of self-discovery and authenticity. Please share your stories with me. I'd love to connect with you. Take good care of yourself, my friend.